What's happening, people? We're back here once again on CubCamTV for this, another edition of CubReacts. Now, I am a little bit late on this one, purely because I've had a super busy weekend and week, and to be honest with you, I wanted to make sure I took this one in properly when we did the review for the first time. So, Ghetts featuring Gigs, this one at Crud. Conflict of Interest is out now, and as far as I'm aware, it's still climbing the charts. It's looking like it could be on for a #1. So everyone out there, make sure you do go and grab it, go and download it, go and buy it, all that good stuff. Let's get Ghetts that #1 spot, because as I've said numerous times, in my opinion, he is the best rapper to ever come out of the UK. If he can hit it with this album, that would be absolutely amazing. So we're going to get into this one now. Please make sure you are hitting that subscribe button at the bottom of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like and a comment, all of that good stuff, and of course following on Instagram at KXVU on all social media platforms. Get involved, and yeah, hopefully we can get through this one. We're going to try something a little bit different, and hopefully we can get through this one without having to chop it up a ton, but hopefully we might have to do that afterwards. So if we do, it's because YouTube's blocked the video, so do bear with us. And yeah, let's crack on with this one. I am very excited. Let's go.
Punched up with the gun tucked, lumped up without the sum. That sums up all you dumb fucks. Dum-dums without the gun. Shouldn't be for above 30.
You know what he's so good at? Just right from the off with this. Do you know what he's so good at? Simple but effective use of wordplay. So using small one-syllable words and stacking them in certain ways and just coming up with the most creative, kind of expansive way of just saying different topics using similar wordage. It's so crazy the level he's at when it comes to actually putting words on paper. It sounds almost basic to say that, but just on a structural level, that's just a crazy introduction to this. This looks really cool so far.
Cutting out early. Y'all know nothing about 30. Talk is cheap. Anyone can now worthy. I push man to the max, no mercy.
Sick.
They keep talking.
So, because this got released on GRM, clearly, so I'm assuming when they've kind of done the conversation about how we're going to do the video for this, they've gone, okay, cool, can we do it as a daily duppy, but like almost an extended daily duppy with an actual like moving camera and stuff. The fact that's in there is crazy, man. I love seeing that background as well.
That's another head gone. You could be right and alive, or you could be dead wrong. We don't hide that unless man's in Croatia. We're gonna find.
When I hear bars like that, I just go. You heard the noise I make. I tend to make it a lot louder when I'm with people, but that just, again, it's the simplicity of that. Like, I've never heard that before. How has no one said that? It's just such clever usage of almost like balanced statements in the way it's kind of said. It's you can be this, or this. They're like similar kind of phrases, but that mean different things. It's just crazy. That level of intricacy. Awesome.
Caught him in the traffic. Old school geeks let him have it. What's that breeze? Just caught wind of
this is crazy, mate. The fact this is all one take, the camera's kind of not losing focus on anything as he goes as well. That kind of movement back and forward, it's kind of jumping in and out of the typical sort of daily duppy effects. This is crazy.
That's two different things. The man them are well splashy. Bang, bang, ricochet and ping.
It's just everything about this, man. The level of artistry involved in the video, the level of confidence, and the level of a combination of clarity and variation. Like I've said numerous times, this is the most musical Ghetts has ever been. In the way he projects, he's putting so many different elements into this. And look, we're 1 minute 20 in, and there is 5 minutes 36 of this. This is ridiculous. This might be the longest video on the channel, the rate we're currently going.
For mistakes, what are you made? Money. Couldn't even make Kool-Aid. My girlfriend's pregnant right now. It's ironic how my birthday is her due date. If
Again, bro, just using the extended meaning of words, the way he does, and the way he stacks things, it's genuinely mind-blowing. I'd love to just spend a day trying to like watch his process of writing, because it's such a unique process. There's bits of like classic grime in there, there's bits of almost battle rap in there, the way things are structured, there's bits of almost like Americanized styles of kind of wordplay and double entendres. Just everything about it, there's so many different layers to it, necessarily in the way it's structured, but also the process behind the structuring. It's crazy.
X-Men, I don't care about X-Men unless they can mutate. I don't care if it's US or UK. I don't care if it's
oh my god!
I don't care if it's.
I don't know if he's purposefully going on Marvel right about now, but I'm about to lose my mind. That I don't care about X-Men unless they can mutate. That bro, this guy, man. There have very rarely been rappers and wordsmiths as naturally gifted as Ghetts, and this tune is a perfect. This tune is almost like him going, "This is everything I can do." And it's crazy. Like, the lead up to this album's been ridiculous. There's no wonder it's doing as well as it is.
Your version of my version. The playback or live version. They want Ghetts back with the 2000 live version. Think of a big boy because you got a beard.
You know that what's crazy about that? I love the fact he's throwing that bar in there as well. Is I've seen numerous interviews with Ghetts where he talks about this project as in Conflict of Interest being his favourite body of work since 2000 and Life. So that's cool that he's thrown that in there as a bar. And I believe the interview for that came out before this. So whether that's almost like premeditated or not, I don't know. But really, really cool, man. It's just good to see almost like the history of grime and him. He's someone that's very actively kind of talking about the history of grime in his tunes as well.
About rules and batter. Can't tell man about boom and scatter. Can't tell man about shoot like Kaka. Can't tell man about who's that rapper. That kind of thing make human power.
Bro, this flow is crazy. The with again, the way he's able to switch cadences and switch his general direction of what he's doing, it's ridiculous. The level he is working at is on a different planet as far as I'm concerned. The fact he's able to just dip into this almost like dancehall type of flow just so naturally, it's absolutely ridiculous.
I've been out here since Fubu and Kappa. Baby 9 man go gaga. Sting man like Buju and Shabba.
I won't lie to you, I saw that bar, and I saw a little clip of that bar on Twitter, and I've purposefully been waiting to watch this in full off the clip that I saw, because that for me is just instant reload type of bar. It's, as I said, it's got that kind of battle rap element to it, in the way it's structured. I think there's just so much about this, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, gigs so feisty, pricks get bruised up, hit no safety, pricks get moved up, bitch don't make me, you, him, her, that bitch don't rate me.
I really like the flow pattern he's doing. There are times where I haven't been the biggest fan of Giggs and the way he projects and the way he raps, but the start on this is sounding crazy, the way it's been put together. I'm liking the fact there's a real kind of energy about it, and he's able to really, he's not necessarily projecting loudly, but he's projecting widely, if that makes sense. Like, he's covering the tune.
Slapped up shaky, wake him up, wakey, yeah, big bread.
Man said wake him up, wakey. That's another Batman bar. That's what Giggs is good at, man. He's good at coming up with these very kind of almost, to an extent, quite corny concepts and making them cool. Like, it's crazy the way he's able to actually do that.
You say we Carla. And man got the power like I moved in with Lala.
The whole approach to this is crazy. They both sound very kind of... They're both using the space well, I think is a good way of putting this. The way they're kind of naturally moving around the instrumental, like, it's mastery, essentially, is what it is. It's them both showing how good they are at what they do, and I think it's a good verse. It's a good verse from Giggs. Obviously, when you put it next to Ghetts's, it's hard to be as excited because just the quality level of what Ghetts is. But this is one of my favorite verses from Giggs. So yeah,
straight man flip burgers. Yeah, man got hit 9 times. Yeah, man got Curtis. Man just
that's fire. That's a fire. And again, there's so many like just kind of catchy one-liners in there. Obviously, the Mac flipping burgers line, the sherbet, the Werthers, like sweet references, the whole kind of approach to it. It's all very kind of relatable stuff that anyone's going to kind of be able to get, you know. Well, maybe not on the Curtis 50 Cent bar, but yeah.
Let's no one don't style me. Nigga, just give me some space, please. No one don't crowd me.
Just on a production note as well, this instrumental is crazy. This is the sort of thing we're going to be hearing people ciphering over for years. Like, it's so simple. It's got the kind of creepy, almost like dungeony sort of melody, that very kind of haunted in the way it sounds, and just those rolling sub-bass notes underneath with the skippy hi-hats. Absolutely crazy the way it's been put together.
But who be the hendo? He's got the high grade. But who's got the creme though? Yeah.
This is such a typical Giggs verse, man. I'm really enjoying it. Like, now I'm used to it. Like, in comparison to Ghetts, I am definitely enjoying it. Do you know what it is? It's difficult to go up next to Ghetts at any point. You know, it's one of those ones, especially on a tune where he's firing off like this. This almost feels like he's almost reached that peak of where he can be, and now he's just firing off. That's how it kind of sounds. And Giggs has come in and has just done a solid Giggs verse. One of my favorite Giggs verses I've heard. And I am really enjoying this.
Man can't respect this you, cause mate, you're a plonker. Living Man's just living this.
Some of the language that Giggs uses as well, like using the word plonker, like I don't know why it's catchy and it's very kind of relatable. Like anyone can kind of dial into Giggs, man. Like, and that's not a bad thing at all, by the way. It means he's just very applicable to a lot of different people without him ever having to kind of switch up his style or what he does. I've really enjoyed this so far. I think we've got about 40 seconds left or so. This might be the longest reaction video we have on this channel, by the way. We'll see.
Yes.
Shoot and dada. Can't tell man about bruise and batter. Can't tell man about boom and scatter. Can't tell man about shoot like caca.
This is an outro is crazy, man. Like, this is like a little hook / outro verse is perfect. It's everything we want to hear. It's got that sort of sound system-y, toasty sort of sound about it. There's obviously dancehall influence in there. It's very grimy in the way it sounds, and Ghetts' projection on it just hits home.
Baby 9 man goo goo gaga. Sting man like Buju and Shabba. Hard man there is Budo from Baka. Green Gate gangbanger.
I love the reference to Buju and Shabba in there as well, because it does have that sort of patois-y sort of approach to the way he's enunciating, which works really, really nicely. And when you double that up, obviously, with the sort of Buju and Shabba references in there as well, crazy. This has been ridiculous.
Us with a knife, that's Juju and dagger.
Wow. Ridiculous. And there's a goat on screen. What more can I say? Wow. This has been amazing. Ghetts featuring Giggs. This one is Crud. Go and grab Conflict of Interest. Really, really enjoying what I've heard of the album so far, and this tune just kind of makes me want to sit and take in the whole thing at once. Ridiculous stuff. Let's get it to #1, people, because this is an album, from what I've heard, that does deserve to be #1, and I can't wait to take in the full project on long play, when I'm going to hopefully get time to do that this weekend. So there we go. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button at the bottom of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like and a comment, all of that good stuff. Following on Instagram as well at KXVU on all social media platforms, and we shall see you all next time. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a Brighton town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.